Hello. Hi. Today is a video that's a little different than what I usually do because while I will be talking about books, I will also be reorganizing my bookshelves because you see, I have a new bookshelf. And you can't see it because the camera's a little high. But maybe these are not all of, there's more over here. These are all of my books that I own in my house. Not mostly, there's more on my shelf. But I have been running out of room on my bookshelf for a while. They started to pile up on my bookshelf in piles instead of in, where they're supposed to be. I also have my desk shelf, which you may recognize because this is where I film, and they were starting to pile up there too. And also I've started a lot of hobbies. I don't know, I'm trying to find things that I like to do with my hands. So I build little buildings. You can't see what I'm gesturing to, but you will. We'll get there. So I have little buildies and I want to build more, and so I need space. I've never been good at having space because I don't like to have a lot of things because it stresses me out. But I do like having books. I like having a lot of books. So I bought this bookshelf I bought this like multiple days ago. I put it together yesterday. What? Two. Why are you too long? What? Why don't you fit? You should fit. It's supposed to fit 100 books, 100 standard books, which means it will probably not quite fit 100 books of mine because I have such things as this, which is bigger than the standard book, but also I have like my Katie Robert Monster series, and these are smaller than normal books, so really we'll just be seeing what happens. Yeah, so I'm gonna redo my bookshelves and put a bunch of books on this, so that I can decorate my desk that I film at without feeling like it's messy, because I've been feeling like it's messy recently, and that stresses me out. I don't like that. So yeah, we're gonna things will be a little more chaotic today than they normally are, but that's okay. Sometimes it's like that. It's a fun change of pace. So yeah, I'm on my knees right now because I realized that I wanted to be able to show things, but like, camera's gonna have to come down lower, it turns out. Yeah, it's a good thing my roommate's not here this weekend, cause man, he would be confused. In case you can't tell, the stuff in the background that's not this is his. So, rare behind the curtain look. Yeah, alright, we're gonna move down, and we're gonna start figuring out how we're gonna do this. Cause I'm still not sure. So yeah, let's go. Okay, we're down. We swapped angles slightly. Here, the books. I have put my books. I've put my books in piles. In what is an attempt at genre-ish. The thing is I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know what genre some of these are. I know some of them, but like, this is like, we have historical fiction over here. I think this, Alice Hoffman's The World That We Knew, I think this is historical fiction. It takes place during World War II. But also it's kind of fantasy because there's a golem, which is a supernatural being from Jewish mythology. So there's a golem. So this is like historical fiction fantasy. Oh, this needs to go on the inside. I don't know why this is on the outside. And then Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which is historical fiction. And then Yellowface is like contemporary literature, I think. I don't know where the Crawdads thing is. So yeah, I have a lot of romance. I know what all of those are, but then I have another pile over here that's romantasy. But some of this I'm not entirely sure if it is romantasy or if it's like romance with fantasy elements. Yeah, this is just where we're at, friends. I've never my bookshelf, you can kind of see it now, has always been sorted in ways. You see, I had a romance shelf, and after my one romance shelf, it kind of all fell apart, because I just kind of had, alright, here's a shelf of like queer horror that I have read, and this shelf, not the bottom shelf, but the one right above it, that's kind of where my TBR for my 100 book challenge has gone, but for the whole year, but only some of it, because the rest of it's been over here. And then I have that section right above that that's my not on my 100 book challenge TBR. But also I have more books that I haven't read that were in my bedroom. I have a bookshelf in my bedroom. It's a corner shelf that's mostly for display purposes. But I've brought the books that were in there out here. But you see, now I've made a mistake. Because my TBR books are here. The books that are still on the shelf are all the books that I haven't read. And I put all the books that I had read on the floor. But then I brought the books from my bedroom into here. And I haven't read any of those books either, but now they've been mixed in with this. So the question, there's a lot of questions, actually. There's a lot of questions. The more I talk, the more that there are questions. So do I want to have a TBR shelf? Or do I want to take all these books that I'm reading and put them in their respective categories, but then I've got to hunt them down, which, I mean, I say hunt them down like I have more than 2 bookshelves, but yeah. So I'm leaning towards all the books that I've read going in their respective genre, and then having these shelves still be my TBRs of the separate things. Yeah. And then of course, like, but also I have my desk, with shelves. So like, while I want to decorate that, because I will be keeping my cat Panophilia up there, I also am like, well, I film there, and I talk about books. It's the whole point of the channel. So I should probably have some books. But also my chair blocks most of my shelf space. So, oh, and I also have D&D stuff up there because I play D&D at my desk. Obviously, we do online. But I don't want that to live on my top shelf. I'd like to decorate. So we're gonna figure out where that goes. Ooh, maybe I should put my book nook on the top of my shelf. That would be cool. I could light it up for my videos. We're on an adventure today, friends. My voice still feels funky, or sounds funky. I am still fighting for my life against this sickness that has infected me. So we're doing our best, but it's fine. So we're gonna start in the easy place. You know what the easy place is? I know all my Katie Robert books are gonna go together on probably the top shelf of this little bookcase. I think maybe my Anna Huang books will also go up there. Yeah, I think they will. Well, maybe not that one because pretty sure I have at least 20 Katie Robert books, but they'll go on there. I'm getting the 6th one soon. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. Hello. Hi. Moving my mic. Hi. So, ow. My body. Okay, so we've done that part. Ow! Okay, how many times am I gonna hit my knee? As you can perhaps see, there is actually one shelf that is currently, it doesn't have anything on it. It's like a miracle. This is not to say that I couldn't have done that. I do in fact have a lot of books on my bookshelf, my big bookshelf in the corner. But, so what I've decided to do. So I've put all the books that I've read on this rotating bookshelf that's gonna live like in the corner over here behind the shelf part of my desk. Mostly because I have already read them. And while I am a person who does reread books sometimes, I don't do it a ton. So I'm gonna put my books in the corner over there, where I can peruse them and get them when I need them. And I will add more books on there as I inevitably accumulate them, because that will happen. Specifically, I already have several Katie Robert books on pre-order that are coming this year. Hopefully, when she releases more, I'll have more. But I have the next Anna Huang book on pre-order that's coming out. So that'll go on there when I finish it with the Ava Huang book, or Anna Huang books that I have. But so now the question is, first of all, I have decorating space on top of this, in case this is a dragon that my grandma got me from Belgium when she went to visit my uncle. So he finally has a place, and it's gonna be on top of that. I'm also thinking about what all else I want to put up there. So yeah, the next phase, well, I don't know if the next phase is decoration, but I think what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to start with my desk now. I'm going to start with this area. We're going to figure out where all my decorations are going to go, and then I'm going to figure out if I can put some of my TBR books on my shelf back here so they can be in my videos, and that way it'll just constantly change. So yeah, I think that's the plan next, is we're gonna tackle my desk. We're gonna see where I can put everything, especially my D&D stuff. I think my D&D stuff might go live on my bookshelf now that I have some, in theory, space. So yeah, all right, let's go. All of my different dice that I have characters assigned to different dice sets. It's really unfortunate I don't use more of these, but yeah, some characters have a few dedicated to them, because sometimes the dice are naughty and they don't give me the numbers I want. But yeah, they're mostly assigned to characters, but they're very pretty. Anyway, they're going on the bookshelf now. There. Goodbye. I think, yeah. So I did end up not only for my 100 book challenge books that I have TBR, I decided to move that over here to be behind me, but I also grabbed some of my not all of them, but some of my general TBR to make it longer so you can't actually see it behind me when I film. Obviously this, oh, well, I'm so glad, so glad I'm just noticing that the whole time the camera was a little skewed. But yeah, the angle will be a little different. It'll be more this way when I actually film and everything, because I usually am better about my camera angles, or camera angle, than this. But, wow, my bookshelf is, hang on. It looks so empty now. I've been like overfilling it for so long that now it just looks kind of empty. Oh, I should, hang on. I don't remember who got this for me, but obviously I'm a big theater person, because it's what I do for a living. But someone got this for me. And I've never written in it. It's got a really cool like clasp. It's got like a map on the inside. It's super cool. I've never written in it, partially because it's so cool, and partially because your girl is awful about using notebooks. I have a small stack of the notebooks that I thought looked cool that I've accumulated. And sometimes I write in them. One of them is like my book review one, but now I have like an actual like journal for book reading keeping, but I'm pretty bad about keeping that too. I've only done a few of them, and I've only done them like if they're not on my like 100 book challenge. I don't know why. I talk about everything on this channel regardless, book-wise, that I read. But yeah, I don't know. I'll pick it back up again. But yeah, so I also have this. So yeah. Put this over here. But I think I should display this. The only question is how. I can't. There's nothing back there. Huh. I'll figure it out. We'll think about it. We'll work on it. For now it'll live right here. But yeah, so there's that. I think I'll lift my camera a little so I can show off my cool little book nook thing. It lights up. It has little lights in the back that I can turn on, so that'll be fun. But yeah, so now my bookcase looks very empty, weirdly. But I put my D&D stuff over there to grab. I put my mom got me these like ancient, I say that, they're like from the 80s and the 90s, the like paperback romance novels, the really cheesy ones you get. She got me like 5 of those when I was going through a really bad mental health time, when I lived, I think it's been a couple years now. I lived at a different place. It was a whole thing. But she sent me those. And I've read through one of them, and eventually I'll probably read the others. They're hard to get through sometimes because I cringe really badly. But I've got those on my bookshelf, because they're kind of small and everything, so they fit kind of funky on there. I have the Red Queen series, which eventually I'll read. I think I've read the first book like 3 times at this point because I keep restarting it to remember everything that happens, because I keep just not reading the rest of them. Couple other like first in a series books that I just never got around to reading that I've had for years. So yeah, we got some stuff over there. I'm gonna end up putting, like, as I finish puzzles, I'll put them over there. Yeah, just put some of my but now I have room to grow, because I will be getting another like book nook, and they have an astrology shop one that I want to build. So I will get that, and it will be displayed, and now I have display room, and I have room for more books. On the bottom shelf, I have books. On the rotating one on the bottom shelf, I have books that I'm not particularly attached to. Because either I read them and I was kind of like, whatever, or I haven't read them. Primarily, Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton. Not read that, will not be reading that. I need to give it back to my sister, because she's the one who lent it to me, and then she forgot that she lent it to me, and she's like, I would never ask you to read that book because it's kind of really messed up. And I'm like, you did. I have it in my possession. You gave it to me to read. And she was like, oh, well, never mind. But anyway, yeah, so oh, you can't quite see it. Hang on. I have my little bonsai building projects up there. When I go to Five Below and I get more, I will add them to the top of that. This is not where this bookshelf lives, by the way. I have made an error in an effort to be like, oh, look, you can see it when I put all my books on here. I have to move this thing over that way. So that's gonna be something, but it's fine. No worse than building the thing, probably. Probably. So yeah, new setup, which is great because I am going to film a reading vlog update today for Will of the Many, since I'm 2/3 through that now, and yeah, so exciting. But I hope you enjoyed the chaos a little bit. I hope it gave you a smile and a little bit of a laugh. And from here on, we will have a little bit of an updated filming spot. So that's exciting. But yeah, so thank you for hanging out with me in all of this. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!